Hello Libra, my name is Tiffany from Tiffany's Tarology and I am here to do a Libra reading for you. I am a channel that primarily does Pisces readings, but I do also run an Instagram. They voted for some of their signs for me to do some readings. So there were 6 popular signs that we picked. The next 3 that I'll be doing today are going to be Libra, Leo, and also Capricorn. If you are a Cancer, if you are a Virgo, and I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Aquarius. I also put up some videos for them. This can be your sun, moon, and rising sign. But if you are interested in joining me on Instagram, you have that option to basically occasionally when I put out to, the community on there that we want to do an all signs reading, what signs would they want, you have the opportunity to pick. So I do have the availability to do readings as well, one-on-one, pre-recorded. Check the links in my description box to follow me on Instagram and to book those readings. But okay, Libra, the World card wanted to pop out. We're going to do a Celtic cross, but it looks like there might be some endings, completions of chapters in your life. And Spirit guides, what is that current situation for Libra at this time? Whenever you see this video. All right, we've got a couple of things going on, Libra. We have the Devil card here. And essentially the Devil card is highlighting that there are probably some issues you've ran into recently where you are being tasked to overcome either some bad habits, some repressed feelings. We have the 6 of Cups, so there could be also this energy of childhood trauma. And we have the Knight of Wands, which can be about, just moving forward and moving past the situation. So early on, Libra, I'm getting this energy that you are fighting through some flashbacks of the past, childhood traumas, childhood wounds. Could be some issues with your siblings as well. That could be coming through for you. All right, for your challenge to this, oof, yes, Libra. Okay. There is the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. So hurt within the family dynamic. Again, this could be siblings. This could be because you're dealing with people who have hurt you that you're very close to. But the challenge to overcoming those devils is really overcoming the hurt, the harm, the issues that you 2 or 3 or however many people are involved have gone through. Your strengths at this time. So many cards are popping out for you. You have the 5 of Pentacles, the Empress card, and the 6 of Wands. And so I think your strength is, even though you have seen a lot of hurt, sorrow, you could even be going through a period of lack or a period of just feeling left out in the cold, misunderstood. I see you choosing to still take care of yourself and believing that the victory will come in this situation. So I want to say your strength is your optimism, your desire for success, your energy towards not giving up and not resisting what needs to be said or taken care of in this situation. What is your main area of focus? The Judgment. So the Judgment card is about you rising in consciousness, about you rising to the level that Spirit wants you to overcome these battles. So Spirit wants you to focus on the bigger picture here. Judgment calls and judgment cards and all of that, they are going to be energetically symbolic for periods of life where you're being asked to rise, ascend, change, go through deep revelations, let go of the past, embrace this new that wants to come into your life. Near future for you, Libra, this would be, next few months, could be next few weeks. I see the Ace of Cups, so there's going to be some healing in this dynamic, in this relationship, and these childhood wounds that you've been dealing with, sibling rivalries, issues with family. Maybe there's going to be like a conversation. We are going to clarify with my cute little deck. I can't think of the name, but I'll put it in the video for you guys. But I got it from Etsy. It's so, so cute. But we're going to be clarifying with these cards once we are completed with the Celtic Cross. Recent past for Libra. Recent past. 7 of Pentacles, a lot of time, effort, dedication, wondering if you're going to be able to get through this difficult period of time. The 7 of Pentacles is about having patience, about looking at what you've planted and how the seeds have grown, trusting yourself, trusting the divine timing of God as well as coming through here. Advice for you, Libra? What an interesting message. I'm really enjoying this. Not what I was expecting, but really what could you expect? Advice, Knight of Swords. This is to really just be straightforward. No beating around the bush. Tell it like it is. Say what you need to say. Mean it when you say it. And also don't shy away from speaking your truth. If you've been the type of person that has had to deal with all of these traumas and these issues in your life because you never really could figure out how to exactly speak your truth or say what you needed to say, this is the opportunity that you're being given to really stand in your truth, okay? Your current environment, and these are like factors in your everyday life that could be affecting you, causing issues, delays. We have 4 cards here. This is a very talkative reading. Okay, so your environment is the Knight of Cups. Someone could be bringing in an offer. This could be related to also this Ace of Cups here of like forgiveness. Let's have a conversation. The Hermit card, so going within. You may have felt a little bit isolated from family and also manifesting a new reality. So the Six of Swords is about you moving into calmer waters. The Magician is about manifestation, bringing in the ideas, the developments, the way forward that you would desire in this particular situation. So I really love that for you, that you are manifesting this new start. And that is why I really see here your strengths of just being very optimistic that things are going to work out. You have a very positive spirit right now. All right, your hopes and fears, and these can just be like in relation to to your current situation, those first couple cards about there being some devil energy. What is it that you're hoping to come out of this? All right. So we have the Strength card, the Justice card, and the King of Wands. So I see that you want, with that King of Wands here, a passionate new beginning where there is understanding, where there is love, where there is, I want to say this spark to move forward. There's this clarity, there's this aha moment. And the Justice and the Strength card are here to let me know that you are just hoping that everything works out, that the heart of the matter remains at the center of the situation, that there is equal give and take, that there is justice in this situation, that there is, if you're fighting a legal battle, an ending to the chaos. Because it could be very difficult what you're going through, what you're fighting through. But I just see, like, in spite of all of this, all that you're going through, you are not giving up. Potential outcome in regard to this situation. You have the Eight of Swords, anything else, Spirit, and the Four of Pentacles. So your potential outcome is feeling a bit trapped or stuck. And so I will be clarifying this as we move forward with the cards and do the full reading. But your potential outcome is you could lose sight of the goal here of trying to look after yourself and get involved too heavily in other people's dramas. You start to realize that, you know what, I really just need to focus on me. I think there's going to be a big shift in your mentality about how you look at this situation. Four of Cups is about you also holding back a little bit. So it might be that you have these conversations and you realize, you know what, I might not be able to fix all of this by myself. I'm going to have to pull back, do me. And honestly, I think you're going to have to look after your own self. So, and that's okay. I feel like we can't look at like tarot readings in like a negative or positive way. I've been having a lot of people being like, oh, this reading is negative, I'm clicking off. And I'm like, thank you for the comment, but life isn't always positive. And I think what you are going to come to realize, Libra, is that in order for you to manifest the healing that you desire, manifest this new beginning, you are going to have to focus solely on you, which was in your strengths, instead of worrying about all that's bubbling up around you. All right, so on the bottom of the deck to start out our reading is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a really sweet energy of a child, a sibling, a message of love. Hey, you know, here's some information, here's an apology, here's a, hey, let's get together. There could be this energy that you can extend this chalice, this cup, to a friend, to a sibling, to someone that you're very close to where there's some hurt. And I see you being a little bit timid about it, possibly holding back a little bit. Page energy is a little bit more subtle than a knight, a king, or a queen. And I see you deciding, I'm going to extend this offer. Or likewise, someone could have extended the offer to you to let's get together, let's talk about this, let's see what we can do to really work on this relationship and figure out what's gone so wrong over time. Because when I'm looking here at below the Page of Cups, I see the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Wands. And so there has been some deceptive energy, feeling tricked, betrayed, and there's just been this long journey of trying to figure out what would be best to do in this situation. So I think that's a beautiful way to start out, that you are wanting to offer this cup of love in this situation. All right. So we're going to jump back to our first couple of cards here. Again, we have the Knight of Wands, the Devil card, and the Six of Cups. And so I don't think that this situation is really going unnoticed, because with that Knight of Wands, I see you wanting to come to some conclusions about where is this headed? Where is this going? The energy that you're coming into contact with could also be a fleeting energy. Like one day they're here, one day they're gone. The Knight of Wands is a passionate card. It's like, let's get this done. Let's move. But there could be some inconsistency in the communication. So then I see you trying to work on this relationship, as you can see in both cards, in the Devil card as well as in the Six of Cups. There's an energy here of you having a connection in your life that has become quite toxic. And I think the way in which you move forward with this is going to depend upon how the person receives your invitation, your apology. Are they willing to turn a new leaf with you? Are they willing to see how things can go? Tell me a little bit more about this situation. Ace of Wands in the reverse. And so it might be that you reach out, you try to go in this new direction, but you're shot down. And that's okay, because the opportunity is just delayed. In the reverse, it doesn't mean that opportunity is not coming, but maybe there's a delay in the movement forward because there's some lessons that need to be learned on you and the part of the person that you're dealing with. Okay, anything else for that current situation? All right, so we have a lot of cards again. I'm not going to take these in the reverse. I'm not really sure how they fell. But we have the Hierophant. So this is definitely about a higher level commitment. Definitely could be about family. Could also be about a marriage, but I'm not feeling a lot of like love energy here. I am feeling a lot of like we are connected to each other because we are related by blood, or we are just very close. You have the King of Swords, and so there could have been some nastiness, some words exchanged, difficulties in this relationship, having to seek legal counsel against a sibling or a family member or someone you're very close to. The Lovers are here, so maybe I take it back. Maybe there is some of you, I think it's going to be very few, where this is about a love relationship. But the Lovers doesn't have to just be about love. It's about a commitment. It's about two people. It's about a contract. It's about the way that we work together. And also the Hermit card comes back out about there being a period of isolation, moving away from each other. So what I want you to gain from all of this, Libra, is that this new beginning that you want to come in, this Ace of Wands that is in reverse, this is it in the upright. The olive branch, and this is kind of reminding me of that with the leaves, that you extend, or that is extended to you, take it as it resonates, is going to be the catalyst that gets this situation from it not really going anywhere to it moving forward. But it is going to take someone deciding that they want this relationship to work, someone who is going to decide that this situation is worth working on. You could be praying about this as well. The Hierophant is a lot about religious background. It's a lot about seeking God for wise counsel. And I think with you being in this period of, dealing with maybe legal issues, difficult conversations and contracts, and having had to take this time away, it is going to be really nice to jump back into this situation and understand, okay, well, that's what spirit guides wanted me to understand about this situation. This was the lesson I was supposed to learn. This is the trauma I'm overcoming. This is the dispute I'm moving past, and you move past it. The challenge, though, is in these situations where love is involved, it's sometimes difficult to see people for who they are. When you are related or deeply connected to someone, married to someone, if this is your child, if this is your sibling, like whatever the case, it is easy for us to sometimes pull the wool over our eyes, completely look at situations that are, toxic and decide that we're not going to look at it in that way. The devil card also talks about toxicity and all of there's hurt here. Your challenge is to really look at this situation for what it is, because it is a big hurt. It is someone that you love or loved. It is someone that you care about. And the family aspect and the relational aspect of this is what makes it so difficult. So Spirit, what do you have to say about that Three of Swords to the Ten of Cups? Any advice for Libra? All right. I see here the Three of Swords is confirming itself. So it's a very deep hurt. But you have the Eight of Wands. This means clear, straightforward communication. That was your advice, okay? Your advice. Clear, straightforward communication. If you are trying to spiritually bypass this situation, not look at it for what it is, we have the Devil card here, the Moon card, the Ten of Cups, confirming the Ten of Cups. There is a lot of illusion. So when you look at the Moon card is about not really seeing things clearly, having to trust your intuition. There's not a clear way forward. Which path do you choose? The dark or the light, all of those come into play. And in regard to toxicity, especially in relationship to people that you love, Spirit is reminding you that you have been disillusioned. Neptune is actually going into retrograde if it hasn't already. And I feel like what Spirit is saying is during this retrograde, when Neptune, the planet of like illusion and disillusionment, as it goes backwards and we begin to see more clearly, you need to make decisions based on truly how you feel and not necessarily because this is love. I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, blood is thicker than water. And I even grew up with a Libra in my life who always told me that family, comes first above all else. And I always challenged that because I said, well, what if family's doing you wrong? And, you have to face the music a little bit in this situation, potentially. So we have, again, for your strengths, that even though you've been depleted, you are not going to let this situation hold you back from your success. You could be a mother figure that's coming through as well. This could be about your children. And you just want success, but you also are learning how to take care of yourself. Your strength is that you are putting yourself first. The Empress card, she is taking care of herself. She's focusing on her health, her well-being. Libra has been going through a whole lot. Any advice for us on the strengths for Libra? Again, Spirit's making this very obvious. Talk it out. Move forward. You may have to travel to see this person. You may have to go a little bit out of your comfort zone. I'm feeling the energy of. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Five of Wands. And so this to me shows that there is an opportunity that will open up for you, a gateway, a portal. There will be this extension of love, good luck, an offer that you can make like, hey, let's get together. You should also be patient with the response of that person. Also be patient with yourself and what it is that you need at this time. And also expect there to be some conflict. The Five of Wands is a conflict card. It doesn't mean that you guys are going to physically hurt each other. It could be like a little verbal altercations. It could be misunderstandings. We don't really see eye to eye. And you are going to have to just probably go through this process. Really talk it out. See what needs to be done. And at the end of the day, the goal of this relational issue situation that you're in is for you to see the higher aspects of yourself. Are you able to forgive? Are you able to let go of those old doctrines that are holding you back about, well, family is always going to have to work together. Family always has to do this. Maybe there needs to be a restructuring of the way that you're visiting that part of your psyche. And the truth of this situation is God might be waking you up to the reality that you ultimately have some outdated beliefs that need to be restructured. What's this Judgment card, Spirit? What can my collective for Libra know? Yes, Hanged Man comes out again. A period of isolation, waiting, patience. The halo around the head is enlightenment that comes in. What else, Spirit, about this Judgment card? And you may also have to end this situation, this relationship, the way that things once were in this dynamic. And I think even though it might be difficult, you've gone through many seasons with this person. You've learned a lot with this person. The Hanged Man, again, is about there being clarity, enlightenment, and the World card being about completions of major chapters, cycles in your life. And this is a major cycle that wants to end for you so that you can really rise to your higher calling, to a higher purpose, seeing things through a clear lens. Near future, though, I feel like you find happiness. Although your outcome is going to show that there is going to be some difficulties in how you escape these mindsets, I do believe that there is an opportunity for you to grow, for you to receive the love that you deserve. This could be also you having more self-compassion for yourself, truly realizing that you need to focus on how you can grow spiritually as a person. And maybe you need to let go of always trying to make things work. Libra is the type of sign that will do whatever they can to be fair. Libra will do whatever they can to make everybody get along. You are the peacemakers, the way makers, you work in the civil courts, and you work as police officers and lawyers and as counselors. You're very fair. But you often have a difficult time choosing you. And so I really do feel like with this Ace of Cups, you do choose yourself. You do decide that this is what you want to do and it would be the best possible outcome for yourself. So what is this gift that they receive, this love, this offer, this beautiful future gift after all of this turmoil? All right. So we have the Three of Wands in reverse, the Fool in reverse, and the Tower. So I'm going to start here with the Tower. So there is going to be a violent, shocking, eye-opening revelation that occurs. You are going to realize what needs to happen on the bottom of the deck in this relationship. This relationship where you have constantly had to have strength to keep it going forward. There is a delay, because these came in reverse, of you walking into a new way of being, way of thinking, way of living your life. But what I want you to understand is that the second that you do, once you let this tower fall and you let this opportunity come to a head, you move into a new cycle with yourself, with better aligned circumstances. You take the needed break that you so desperately were asking for in this relationship, and you begin to look at life from a different point of view, through a different lens. And there's nothing wrong with trying to make this relationship work, but I see that you find the truth of your soul after the tower hits. I really feel that you're like, you know what? I'm going to look at this as a blessing, because I found myself at the end of this ride. I found what it is that I needed to see or realize to move on. And I realize I'm choosing myself. I choose me each and every day. And that's why I kind of like that the artist uses a giraffe as the depiction for the Three of Wands, about going in a different direction, because you might stick out like a sore thumb. You might do or be doing things differently than your family. You're choosing to not continue this childhood trauma, to not continue this generational issues of trying to make things work with family or people that you're close to because you think that you should. This is you really doing something brand new in your Libra self, choosing to walk away from that. We must work together. We have to do things together. And you go, you know what? I would love to do this with you. I would love to be a part of this, but I have to go my own way. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like some of you probably think you're being selfish, but your recent past was you reflecting on all the time, the effort, the energy that you were putting into this relationship, into trying to make things work. And I think even you as a Libra who is so fair, we're getting to a point where you're like, I just don't think this is working. And that's where that energy of the Knight of Swords comes in for your advice, of you needing to say what you need to say, to speak your truth, to go out, to bear it all, to be open to receiving criticism, to just saying what needs to be said. And sometimes what needs to be said isn't always going to feel so great. And so then with your environment of you trying to come, sweetly with the message, after being in a period of isolation or feeling like this person in your life was disconnected from you, you're finally just on that, like I said earlier, this new wave where you're ready to get yourself into a better position, where you're manifesting a resolution that is best for what you need. And this could be you solo going your own way, you and your immediate family that you have, or your nuclear family going in a different way. But I believe truthfully that this is a time that you're having to choose to go your own way in spite of what other people might think. It might not feel good for you. But you're going to have what it takes. If you feel like you don't have what it takes, if you feel like you're not going to be able to make this transition, if you feel like there's things holding you back from being your best self and from doing what needs to be done to go on this new trajectory, trust that Spirit has given you all of the tools that you need. As above, so below. Call it in, ask for what it is that you want, and make sure that what you're manifesting isn't a manifestation for another person. What is it that you want, Libra? And I want you to really, really think about this over the next couple of weeks. What is it that you want? Not what does the collective, the group, the family members, your kids, your brothers, your sisters, what is it that you need to do? And also, how can you impact yourself in a more positive way by choosing yourself? So again, with the hopes and fears, it's like you really want to be this person that can stand here, be the spark of love that everyone needs to move forward in a new way. The King of Wands is, very robust, very inspirational. They're very passionate. They get things done. They're CEOs, they're entrepreneurs, they're inventors, they're coming up with like creative ideas, all of that. But your spirit team wants you to understand that your heart and getting to the heart of the matter is what is going to be most important in this situation. And by asserting who you really are, you stand in your true Libra energy of justice, and you will receive what you are owed, and you will be able to find and strike that balance that you're looking for in this relationship. Is there anything you would like to say about the hopes and fears for Libra? Because they're very nervous about how it's going to turn out. How can they deal with these fears, Spirit? You have the Five of Pentacles. Let go of the things that you cannot change. That is what I hear come through this card. Five of Pentacles has showed up twice in this reading because sometimes it's actually doing a disservice to you, to your health, your mental capacity to be dealing with people who don't return the love or don't know how to return the love that you do. You need to choose you. In a justice system, choose you. If you're fighting something in court, choose you. Whatever works best for you and your family, okay? So then as we get to the potential outcome of the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, I see a big pullback energy that was so needed. You're still feeling a little bit trapped because you're not trusting yourself to go in a new way. But I see that you really pull back your energy. The Four of Pentacles is really sorry, my timer went out. The Four of Pentacles shows someone really holding tight to what it is that they have, what they have to offer. You're kind of like removing yourself from the situation and looking at it from the outside in instead of the inside out. And you help to heal this part of yourself that's going through this deep, victim mentality that you're struggling with. You're struggling with, how do I allow the love that I have for this person to not block me from my own goals, my own ambitions. There's a lot of need, again, and I hope I'm not being super repetitive, for you to accept the things that you cannot change and look at the ways in which it was developing or growing your soul. For the potential outcome, any clarification, Spirit? I don't want you to feel trapped, but this is also a good, reason why you're watching the videos, because you want some answers. You want to be able to figure out how to move forward. In due time, with the Temperance card, your ability to alchemize this energy, to ground your energy, to be connected with the earth, to see what needs to be done as far as where you need to kind of like step in or step out, being patient with the process of how things get worked out with this family member. There will be positive change. And this does not have to mean that everyone is super happy, but you even have on the bottom of the deck the Four of Wands. And so there's this happiness that wants to come in for you. There's this joy, this like childlike energy of you just choosing to see yourself in a way that fits you best and inserting yourself within these situations in a way that serves you most. You must remember that at the end of the day, your vitality, your happiness, your well-being, your mental and physical health is more important than trying to force situations to always be fair and always to be worked out. So I hope that you enjoyed that reading, Libra. I'm going to pull one oracle card for you before we wrap this up. And this will just be from the Cosmic Oracle. Any type of information we can give to Libra Spirit about how to move forward in this situation. This is a lesson of unconditional love. You can love this person, but you don't have to allow this situation to overtake you anymore. Unconditional love is love without boundaries. It's loving someone even though you know you have to put a space between the two of you. It's loving someone even though they may have hurt or wronged you. It's loving someone because you're their parent and maybe they don't see things the way that you do. This is unconditional love of just realizing that everything that you do it because you love them, but you also need to unconditionally love yourself. And last but not least, Spirit has been repeating a lot of cards for you. Is the Strength card, but in a different deck. They use a tiger instead of there being that lion. But it means the same thing, that you are being asked to be strong of mind, body, and spirit as you go through this situation. It is a situation of the heart. And God has really challenged you to choose you, to have the strength to endure all the battles, all the issues, all the separation, all the conflict. And even if you extend the olive branch and it is not received, take it as a sign that this was divinely orchestrated for you to find that heart chakra right in the middle, it gives you all the enlightenment that you could possibly need. Both of these cards are blue. Throat chakra energy is coming through too, of saying what you need to say, but also with that like halo effect around both of them. This is an enlightening that you're going through. Libra is in the South Node right now, and there are a lot of people who are going through relationship separations because Libra rules duality, relationships, fairness, balance. And so this relationship that is out of balance, out of whack, that is taking from you because you're like, I love you. You are my family. You are my child, my sister, my brother, my husband, whatever, my parent. You have to understand that the love that you have for yourself is going to be most important. Choose you every time, Libra. I really hope you enjoyed this message. Make sure to comment below if this resonated at all with you. Like the video to help me get this out to more Libras who need to hear this message. And I'll see you again very soon. If the Instagram votes for us to do this again, I'd love to have you over there. All right, take care. Bye, Libra.